Good morning, class. I'm going to show you how to do your classical risk analysis. This is the template that I have created for you on Google and I have shared with you on Canvas. So let's go through it. There are some numbers that are given to us by the problem. So I have highlighted those cells in green. I'm going to make up an example right now. So let's say my asset values is 500. That number goes for all scenarios with or without countermeasures. I have exposure factor of, let's say, 40%. This is by default if there are no countermeasures, and I have 30 and 20% for countermeasure X and countermeasure Y. So the annual rate of occurrence, let's say it happens 2 times on average over 10 years. So that would be 2 over 10. It would be 0.2 here. And let's say the cost of countermeasure X over years or annually is, let's say, I'm gonna put 20 here. These are numbers I'm making up, and maybe 15 here. All right. So these numbers are given to you by your problem on Canvas as well. So you're gonna fill up this worksheet. Then we're gonna do calculations. So the single loss expectancy is going to be your asset value times your exposure factor. So you're gonna put equal sign on that cell. Select this cell, multiplication by this one. So that's going to be 200. You can drag this one to the right, and the formula applies to other cells as well. Now, the annualized rate of occurrence, it doesn't change over time for a countermeasure, so you can just put 0.2 here or drag that cell to the right so you get the numbers. Now we're going to have to calculate annualized loss expectancy, which would be this number, your ARO times your single loss expectancy. So that number. This number you can drag to the right, so the formula applies to other cells. Now it says what is the reduction for countermeasure. So there is no reduction, there is no countermeasures in the first scenario, but in this one you would get the baseline ALE and deduct this value, which is ALE for the countermeasure X. Then you have 10 here, drag the formula to the right, you have 10 over well, actually the formula, let me go back, that part of the formula should stay constant, so let's double click. This part should stay constant because we're going to use that same value again. Select that value, press F4, it keeps it constant. So then when you drag the formula to the right, it uses the same value. So it uses still D7, which is the correct way of calculating this. So we have those reductions. Now we're going to see if there is a benefit, yes or no. Countermeasure X is better or countermeasure Y. So we're gonna look at the benefit we're getting from them and minus the cost. For this one is negative, the other one is positive. So definitely this one is the countermeasure that you're gonna go by, because the benefits you're getting or the expected benefits outweigh the cost. So what you want to do, make sure you pay attention to these formulas and repeat them in your worksheet that I have shared with you. Do the numbers that are given to you in the problem, and then go over the calculation and post the responses. Thank you.